The deathcap mushroom has killed more people than every other poisonous mushroom combined. It might be growing in your backyard right now. These are 5 deadly plants and mushrooms growing in the wild that look almost identical to food you would happily eat for dinner, but any one of them could kill you. And the scariest part is, even experienced foragers get fooled by these dangerous lookalikes. In California alone, a single recent outbreak of mushroom misidentification killed 4 people and sent dozens more to the hospital. So let's walk through nature's 5 deadliest food lookalikes and cover crucial mushroom identification techniques that could save your life, starting with the mushroom responsible for more deaths than all other poisonous mushrooms combined. The deathcap mushroom, Amanita phalloides, stands as the deadliest mushroom on the planet. It is responsible for 90% of all mushroom-related fatalities worldwide every year. Half a single cap, roughly 30 grams, contains enough toxin to kill a fully grown adult. And here is what makes it so dangerous. It looks almost exactly like several popular edible mushrooms. In Asia, foragers confuse it with the paddy straw mushroom. In Europe and North America, people mistake it for Caesar's mushrooms. When it is young, it even resembles a harmless puffball. But the truly sinister thing about the deathcap is its timeline. You eat it and nothing happens. 6 to 12 hours later, you get what feels like a bad stomach bug, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Then, and this is the cruel part, you start to feel better. You think it has passed, but inside your body, amatoxins are quietly destroying your liver by blocking RNA polymerase II, essentially shutting down protein synthesis in your cells. Within 48 to 96 hours, you are in full organ failure. Cooking will not save you. The toxins in a deathcap are completely heat stable. You can fry it, boil it, dry it, freeze it, and it makes absolutely no difference. The deathcap has possibly claimed some of history's most powerful figures. Roman Emperor Claudius in 54 AD, Pope Clement VII in 1534, and just recently in July 2023, an Australian woman named Erin Patterson served beef Wellingtons laced with deathcap mushrooms to her in-laws, killing 3 of them. She was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 33 years. Originally from Europe, the deathcap has now spread to every continent except Antarctica. As one mycologist told NPR, the deathcap actually smells and tastes quite nice, leaving no hint that it is poisonous in any way. If the deathcap is nature's most prolific killer, the destroying angel is its ghostly cousin. These are stunning all-white mushrooms in the genus Amanita, and they look almost identical to the button mushrooms and meadow mushrooms you would find in any grocery store. They even grow in the same habitats. One species, Amanita bisporigera, is considered the single most toxic mushroom in North America. Symptoms appear 5 to 24 hours after eating and include vomiting, delirium, convulsions, and liver and kidney failure. In 2024, a man in Ohio named Bill Hickman found what he thought were giant puff balls growing near his house. He used a mushroom identification app on his phone, and the app confirmed it. 8 hours later, he was violently ill. He had eaten 4 destroying angel mushrooms. The app was wrong. That story should terrify anyone who thinks technology has made foraging safe. Another deadly amatoxin-containing mushroom that fools foragers is the deadly Gallerina, Gallerina marginata. These small brown mushrooms contain the same liver-destroying toxins as deathcaps, but are often mistaken for edible little brown mushrooms or even hallucinogenic psilocybe species. They are particularly dangerous because they grow on wood and can appear in suburban areas. True morels are one of the most prized wild mushrooms in the world. Chefs pay top dollar for them. The false morel, Gyromitra esculenta, looks convincingly similar, and it contains something extraordinary. Its primary toxin, gyromitrin, breaks down in your body into monomethylhydrazine, which is literally a component of rocket fuel. You are eating rocket propellant. In Poland, false morels were once responsible for up to 23% of all mushroom fatalities annually. The poisoning progresses through stages, and in the final, often fatal stage, severe liver and kidney failure leads to convulsions, coma, and death within 4 to 7 days. Even being in the same room as fresh false morels in poor ventilation can give you symptoms like headaches and nausea from the fumes alone. Now here is where it gets fascinating. In Finland, the false morel is treated like the fugu pufferfish of Japan. It is a delicacy, You can buy it fresh in markets or canned, but by law it must come with prominent warning leaflets explaining how to detoxify it. Fins consume hundreds of tons in good years. The detoxification process involves repeated boiling and rinsing, but research suggests even that does not remove 100% of the toxin, and the cook can actually be poisoned by the hydrazine fumes coming off the pot. How do you tell them apart? True morels have a honeycomb pattern of pits and ridges and are completely hollow inside. False morels have brain-like wrinkles and a chambered, cotton-like interior. A spore print test can also help with identification. True morels produce cream to yellow spores, while false morels produce brown spores. Another commonly misidentified mushroom is the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, Omphallotus illudens. These bright orange fungi look remarkably similar to the prized chanterelle mushrooms that foragers love to find. The key difference is that jack-o'-lanterns actually glow in the dark and have true gills, while chanterelles have false gills that look more like wrinkles. These aren't mushrooms. Poison hemlock and water hemlock are plants, and they're hiding in plain sight as wild carrots, wild parsnips, wild parsley, and wild celery. Poison hemlock is in the carrot family. Every single part of it is lethal, from seeds to roots to stems. The ancient Greeks used it as their method of execution, and their most famous victim was Socrates in 399 BC. The plant's deadly alkaloid, conine, causes severe symptoms that can begin within 15 minutes of eating it, and there is no antidote. Water hemlock is considered the deadliest plant in all of North America. Its toxin, cicutoxin, is incredibly potent. In 1927, a naturalist named Charles Phillips was working in Yellowstone National Park. On the night of April 11th, he ate 2 raw water hemlock roots he had misidentified as something edible. He was found dead on the floor of his cabin near Old Faithful the following evening. He likely died within hours. Children are at particular risk because they've been known to make whistles and toy flutes from the hollow stems of hemlock, absorbing the toxic alkaloids through their mouths. The purple-spotted stems are the key giveaway. If you see a carrot-like plant with purple blotches on the stem and a musty smell, walk away. Deadly nightshade, Atropa belladonna, produces glossy black berries that look strikingly similar to blueberries. A single berry can kill a child. 8 to 10 berries or just 1 leaf can kill an adult. In 2009, a woman ate 6 nightshade berries she had mistaken for blueberries and developed severe anticholinergic syndrome, a terrifying condition involving hallucinations, delirium, dilated pupils, and convulsions. The plant's name tells its own story. Atropa comes from Atropos, the Greek fate who cuts the thread of life. Belladonna means beautiful woman in Italian because Venetian women once used drops of the plant's extract to dilate their pupils, making their eyes appear larger and more alluring. Beauty and death wrapped in the same berry. Meanwhile, pokeweed berries hang in grape-like clusters, often right at a child's eye level. The entire plant is poisonous, and eating more than 10 raw berries can cause serious problems in children. So what's the takeaway from all of this? The rule is simple and absolute. If you cannot identify it with complete certainty, do not eat it. Don't trust apps. Don't trust color or smell or taste. The death cap tastes pleasant. The destroying angel looks like something from a grocery store shelf, and cooking does not make poisonous species safe. The North American Mycological Association recommends always taking spore prints and consulting multiple expert sources before consuming any wild mushroom. Interest in foraging has surged in recent years, and poison control calls have followed. Minnesota saw a 246% increase in mushroom exposure calls in 2024 alone. California's 2025 death cap season was described as a super bloom, with more than 3 dozen poisoning cases in just a few months. If you or anyone you know eats a wild mushroom or plant and feels unwell, call poison control immediately at 1-800-222-1222. Do not wait for symptoms to worsen. With death caps, by the time you feel better, it may already be too late.